Are you tired of looking like this? Welcome to my terrible tutorial. We're going to turn some perfectly good pants into a mediocre accessory. Hey, so before we start the video, I just want to let you guys know I'm bad at sewing. I don't plan on getting better. I honestly think you could accomplish this project with hot glue. I don't think you need any skills for this whatsoever. I know I'm going to do a lot of stuff wrong. The video is going to be hard to follow. That's why we're doing the voiceover, so I can try to make it a little bit more clear. It's pretty simple though, so you should be able to get the gist. Let's get into whatever this is. So first things first, I have this pair of pants that don't fit me anymore. They're too short. I'm going to cut the legs off and we're going to turn them into these leg warmers. But yeah, you're going to measure your leg on it. I like mine to flood at the bottom and get like those little wrinkles. So I had like 4 or 5 inches from the bottom of my heel. You don't need a seam allowance at the bottom because it's already finished. I want mine to be knee high, so I'm going to cut them at the top of my knee, and that's going to give a seam allowance just to get me in the right spot. Cut the legs off, both the same length, unless you want to do them different lengths. I mean, it's up to you. I don't really have that much fabric on these pants because these are from when I was like 8 years old, but just go for it, dog. This is what the pant legs look like cut. You're going to turn them inside out and cut one side seam off of each leg. Don't cut the hem, cut one side seam off of each leg. And you'll see what that looks like in a second. Make sure you don't cut the hem. It'll make it a lot harder to add the elastic in. So just don't cut the hem. Cut the side only. This is what it should look like. You're going to wrap a piece of elastic around your leg wherever you want these to fit, and you're going to give yourself an extra inch and cut that. Then you're going to attach one side to one side of the leg and the other side to the other side of the leg. Just make sure that your elastic doesn't get twisted, otherwise it's going to be mildly uncomfortable. You can really use any width of elastic for this. It doesn't matter too much, just as long as you have enough seam allowance for it. I'm about to sew a zigzag stitch down either side. I use a Singer Classic. These are the settings I use. It doesn't really matter too much, especially because I'm not selling it to anybody. It's just for me. So I don't care. Sewing should be fun. Anyways, I'm going to sew down each side. The elastic will be very loose in the middle and it'll feel wrong and incorrect, but I promise you it's fine. This is what it's going to look like once you've done that. Don't sew the elastic down. It's loose because that's how it's going to fit your leg. So fold it down, pin it down, sew it down. That's all you're doing. This is what that looks like. The elastic is still pretty loose in there. This is just what it looks like pinned down. You're going to sew along that line. Don't sew your elastic down. It's meant to be loose. That's how it stays stretchy. This is just me showing that your seam doesn't have to be straight if you use a fluffy enough fabric, because nobody will be able to tell. It's going to be ruffly. It really doesn't matter. So if your seam's not straight, don't feel bad about it. Just try it again next time. So right sides together, that seam that we cut earlier, you're just going to sew those together and then you're done. That's all you have to do. You did it. Congrats. Now you've gone from a sad, lonely, pathetic, depressed, high-watering pants person. Now you're a super fun-loving, leg warmer wearing, accessory having something, whatever you want to be, really.